Hey family, it's Abeita, Coyote walking in this world, real life, Isleta Pueblo superhero. Proud two-spirit Indigenous warrior. I am here, family. I'm about to do some yoga. I went to jiu-jitsu this morning, Brazilian jiu-jitsu at Gracie Bada. I'm a survivor 3 times over. Rape and molestation as a ramification of eating boarding schools. Police brutality in 2008 when I asked for a cop's name and badge, and he arrested me. I subsequently was upgraded to PTSD and anxiety. Yeah. No, I already had anxiety. I was upgraded to PTSD. But that was my first hard lesson, family, that the law could be used against you, that cops were human, and they could use their power to hurt you. I also had privilege, and I can pass as a white person, even though I am an Indigenous person. And I was also protected by class. And then I had a white male academic predator in 2018, family, who basically was sleeping with a bunch of students and manipulating us for his own sick pleasure, triggering my PTSD episodes on purpose to punish me and my classmates. So what did I do, family? I once again took on the university. And most recently, family, I've been chair of the American Educational Research Association Graduate Student Council, proud leader of over 6,170 graduate students around the world. And you know what? We've been struggling the last couple of years. My government of 35 officers has been amazing, but we've had deaths. We literally have been pushed out of graduate school, and I have been pushing tooth and nail for AERA to do right by the graduate students. They take $95 from me every year to attend the conference. They took $130 for me to pay for a 2-year membership, right? If you're a full-time member, right, when I graduate, guess how much I get to pay then? $415 for membership, family, every year. That's the institution I've been working with. And you know what? I fought tooth and nail for $15,000. What kind of graduate student organization has no budget? Right? We have 6,000 students from around the world, and the nonprofit says, you guys don't matter. We're going to give you no money. Just go do your little graduate student thing. But we're going to give you no resources. We're going to give you no money. And that's what I went into, family. On top of that, I've been bullied. Since I took on that fucking role, I've been fighting for my life for 2 years. For 2 years, I've been fighting for my life. Doing volunteer work. Creating community, creating support. We had a panel every other month because we begged our colleagues from around the world to share their expertise with us. And we said, you know what, please, we have 6,000 graduate students around the world and we want to learn from you. Please come and share your knowledge. And they came because they know the work that we're doing in the communities, and they know what investment means. When you mentor the future generations and you pay it forward, you get it back in return. But that's not capitalism. That is not the American Educational Research Association. Working with Felice Levine, the executive director, made me suicidal because she allowed students to bully me. And that's what this is about, family. Over the next 5 days, I need $15,000 because they would rather pay themselves. They're charging me $525 for professors from Madagascar, from Indonesia, from Asian countries, whose monthly wage, monthly salary at an associate professor is $500 a month. $500 a month. And AERA will take that from you. And they will take it from their graduate students in blood. They're taking my life. They put it at risk. They're taking our money. And they are refusing to invest more than $5 per graduate student. That's how much they're giving me. They started with $2.50, family. $2.50. And now I'm up to a whopping $5. And you know what? $5 per graduate student is not going to feed us. It is not going to bring Indigenous people to represent our life at the conference. It is not going to make my graduate students who are food insecure have a breakfast and a lunch for the majority of the conference, family. That's all I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to do is feed my family. So, if you agree that graduate student life is important, if you agree that during COVID, the world's largest nonprofit, the American Educational Research Association, should be investing in its students, should be investing in bringing graduate student life to their annual conference, which now has over 9,000 attendees, they will be making millions of dollars off of this conference, family. And guess what? That's what they've lost. They've lost our money in bad investments, in bad products, and in a platform that did not work for us for the last year. Last conference, I am ashamed that people had to pay for that. And that's why we lost millions, families, because we had to refund money. But you know what? We were trying to learn from our mistakes, and we have hired some amazing vendors, and they will make millions this year. But they are going to charge your graduate students $525 per a person to bring a guest speaker online from Madagascar, from Indonesia, from other Asian countries, to bring our international family to the forefront and to share their knowledge. We are going to say, you charge your graduate students $525. Because that's what AERA is doing, family. They're paying themselves first. They will continue to take our money. They will continue to take advantage of graduate students while refusing to provide us with basic needs, family. An operating budget for your graduate student council. How do you expect them to do anything? How do you expect them to function as a government? Every single university, every single organization that has a graduate student council gives them funding. Graduate student councils need funding to provide programming, to provide supplies for the graduate student conference, to provide food and beverage. I got set up to fail over and over again, family, by the American Educational Research Association because they do not care about Indigenous people. I beg them to give $50,000 to the Indigenous Peoples of America group because they, for the first time, this organization, the American Educational Research Association, has been around since 1911, family. This year is the first year that they pulled a committee together to do an Indigenous land acknowledgement, and will do it going forward. So the American Educational Research Association would rather charge graduate students $525 to my budget to bring in our guests via online to share their expertise from African countries, from Asian countries because of COVID. Because they can't afford to travel here, because they can't afford to put their family's life at risk, and because that's a full month's salary. To attend the American Educational Research Associations just to pay for a membership for 1 year, plus the conference registrations, almost $700 is more than an entire month's salary for a full professor in an African country, family. The American Educational Research Association is making money off of the backs of graduate students, off of our international members. And guess what? They already defunded me this morning, family. That's why I'm so upset. That's why you're going to see me going live for the next 5 days as I try to do impossible things like get $15,000 so my graduate students don't starve when they spend every penny that they had to get to San Diego. Because as a professional in academia, you are required to present your work. So family, join me in telling the American Educational Research Association this is unacceptable. That Indigenous faces, Indigenous voice, Indigenous culture has to be at the conference. That our graduate students deserve to be supported because we're food insecure right now. Because we literally have our own lives and our own dreams, and you're crushing them because you're putting profits before people. Stop putting profits before people, family. Help this Coyote. Email the American Educational Research Association, the Executive Director, Felice Levine. Email them, please. Tell them to fund the graduate students. We deserve a full $10 per student investment, family. That sounds like a lot, but it's really not. I pay $65 every year to be a member. I'm asking for the world's largest nonprofit with $27 million in the bank to invest $10 of my annual membership. You already took $95 for me to attend the conference. You already got my $65 to be a member. So you already took $150 from me. I'm asking you to give us back $10 because we have food insecure graduate students who are attending the conference next week. I got defunded this morning, family, by the American Educational Research Association. They took my money away because they're putting their profits before people. And we need your help, family. This Coyote has an impossible goal of $15,000. And I'm not going to let my graduate students starve next week because the American Educational Research Association wants to put profits before our lives. They're literally paying themselves $525 for our guests. We have presenters and full professors from African countries, from Asian countries, whose a month's salary is $500. And AERA is charging me as their host $525 so they could share their knowledge with me. That's why I got defunded, family, because they want to pay themselves at $525 so that money came out of graduate students' mouths. I had the ability to get breakfast and lunch this morning, and AERA took it away. So I'm saying, family, for the next 5 days, come join this Coyote in battle. I got to go do some yoga. I got to go put my indigenous armor on because I'm going to battle. I love you.